Kenya has one of the biggest slums in the world, being the biggest in Africa. A fact about Kibra is that it was established in 1899 by the British to house Nubian soldiers who served the British colonial army. Kibra comes from a Nubian word meaning forest or jungle. Then in 1918, the British allowed the settlement to grow informally as a reward for Nubian soldiers who served in the World War I and earlier wars. And now it's a settlement to many struggling Kenyans. Welcome to African Real Estate TV, and today we are looking at Binsky visit to Kibra slums. He is guided by a local who has lived most of his life in Kibra, so he knows majority of the places in Kibra. Some years backwards, Kibra had fewer toilets, or most of the times they used flying toilets, which served many people, which caused a lot of diseases for the people. Now the government has tried and has built many toilets in many parts of Kibra. He says that Kibra is also an enjoyable place to stay. So Kibra is a place full of life, with many people having small businesses to support themselves and get a source of income. As a local is about to show Drew his work, they do it as a group, but they had to separate into two due to demolitions of their workplace. So his work is generally making jewelry out of bones which they get from slaughterhouses. They then boil them to remove the residue remaining on the bones, and then they carve it to make different shape designs, like key holders that look like animals, or even combs that are strong and hard and not easily breakable. And a funny thing is that this jewelry has been a part of Kenya, and most Kenyans have it or they use it. And I know that most Kenyans might not know what the material is made from, that the jewelry is made from. With most people living below $2 in Kibra a day, the government is also helping out by supplying water to the people, and even roads have been constructed, and they even have security measures for this water being supplied, that it has been hosted up above the people so that it can pass above to avoid the water being stolen. Now entering the area of Kibra that is run by gangs, they need to be cautious. They get one of the gang members to take them around, and that is after having a talk with the gang members and also giving them a payment fee. And when he was recording, he was told to put down the camera before they had that talk. So the area has lots of shops which have everything you can need, but they are mostly second-hand equipments like phones, TV, and phone cords that is very affordable to the people of Kibra. Then the train comes and people are still crowded on the train tracks, but the driver is very careful and very cautious to prevent any accidents, and it's the most affordable and cheapest form of transport for them.
The train is coming right now.
This is saying that all these people are walking on the train track and the train is coming. You can literally see it. Nobody is bothering to move out of the train tracks.
And there have been lots of changes since Drew visited, like the removal of houses that were close to the railway line, and also the railway line has been heavily expanded, and the government had built houses for Kibra, but the Kibra people have rented it out to people, so that even them they can get a little bit of money. So Kibra is a very lively place, and the water is clean, and even the street food is good because it feeds a lot of people in the area. So he enjoys some sweet chapati, and he also meets people, some men taking cards, which they say they use it for meditation. So Kibra has some challenges, like not all of them get money, and water is not gotten by everyone, and there is a lot of trash in many areas. But regardless of all this, people are still striving so hard to live. They're still working, and even children have areas to play, and they're interacting freely with each other. So it's a good thing that Drew has visited a part of us, and Kenyans, as you can see, are very welcoming and they're very to him.
See, like, as the sun starts to go down, it gets really crowded around here. Everybody's walking around. Over here you can see kids hanging out and sledding down the hill, just as any kids would do anywhere in the world.
So that has been all for today, and see you next time on African Real Estates TV.